Rabiu Kwankwaso, the former governor of Kano State and national leader of the new Nigeria People's Party, has just made a major political announcement that is already sending waves across Nigeria's political landscape as we head toward the 2027 elections. Speaking directly to party members and supporters in Kano State, Kwankwaso reviewed something that many political watchers have been waiting to hear. He declared that he is willing to contest either as president or as vice president in the next election cycle, depending on the agreement he reaches with political allies he trusts and respects. This is quite significant because it shows a level of flexibility that was notably absent during the run-up to the 2023 elections. You might remember that back then, discussions between Kwankwaso's NNPP and Peter Obi's Labour Party broke down specifically because both men wanted to be the presidential candidate and neither was willing to step aside for the other. That failure to reach an agreement left many Nigerians wondering what could have been if these two political forces had united their considerable grassroots support. Now, Kwankwaso is signaling that he has learned from that experience and is approaching things differently this time around. Speaking in Hausa to his supporters, Kwankwaso emphasized that his primary concern is finding allies who share his political values and vision for Nigeria. He made it clear that personal ambition would not stand in the way of forming strategic alliances that could actually deliver victory and meaningful governance. His exact words captured this sentiment perfectly when he said he wants those who will agree with him and whom he loves, whether leading as number one or number two. This represents a marked shift from the rigid positioning that characterized previous election cycles. What makes this announcement even more interesting is how Kwankwaso is approaching the entire process. He explained that his movement is deliberately keeping multiple options open, what he called Option 1, Option 2, Option A, Option B, and so on. The reason for this strategy is to avoid accusations of secret deals or behind-the-scenes collusion that often plague Nigerian politics. By maintaining transparency about exploring various political paths, Kwankwaso seems to be learning from past mistakes and trying to build trust not just with potential allies, but also with the Nigerian public who are tired of backroom deals that serve politicians rather than the people. The former governor revealed that serious consultations are already happening, and these are not casual conversations. He mentioned that high-ranking political figures, including national party leaders, have been holding talks with his movement. He described these individuals as people of status and dignity who did not come casually, suggesting that major players in Nigerian politics are taking the NNPP seriously as we approach 2027. While Kwankwaso did not name these individuals, the fact that such discussions are already happening at all indicates that the political landscape is already shifting and realignments are being considered across party lines. If you are enjoying this political gist and want to stay updated on all the major moves happening as we head toward 2027, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Political alignments can shift quickly in Nigeria, and you want to be among the first to know when these changes happen. What is particularly fascinating about Kwankwaso's current strategy is his focus on grassroots mobilization, especially in Kano State, which has always been his political stronghold. He revealed that his consultations have concentrated on resolving political issues from past elections at the community level, working from the bottom up rather than imposing solutions from the top down. He assured his supporters that controversies and disagreements that arose during the 2023 elections are being addressed directly with communities in Kano State, and he expressed confidence that these issues will be fully resolved. Kwankwaso also took subtle shots at political negotiations that offer nothing concrete, particularly when it comes to youth involvement and grassroots mobilization. He questioned political promises that lack substance, asking specifically how many youths or supporters potential allies can actually deliver and in what form. This suggests that his camp has become more strategic and cautious, demanding concrete commitments rather than vague promises. After the disappointments of 2023, this more calculated approach makes perfect sense. The NNPP leader made it clear that the strength of his political movement lies at the grassroots level, and discussions are ongoing about forming alliances either within the NNPP framework or potentially with other political parties. This openness to working across party lines could be the game changer that Nigerian politics needs. For too long, personal ambitions and ego have prevented potentially winning coalitions from forming, allowing unpopular candidates to win elections simply because opposition votes were split among multiple contestants. Kwankwaso described his political journey as one of resilience, dignity, and determination, signaling that whatever move he makes next will be guided by strength rather than desperation. He emphasized that this is a struggle based on firm determination and dignity, suggesting that he will not compromise his values or accept unfavorable terms just to be part of any political arrangement. This principled stance might actually work in his favor, as Nigerians are increasingly tired of politicians who will say or do anything just to get into office. The timing of this announcement is also worth noting. We are still relatively early in the political cycle leading to 2027, which means there is sufficient time for serious negotiations, alliance building, and strategic planning, unlike the rushed discussions that characterized the approach to 2023. Political actors now have the opportunity to carefully consider their options, build trust with potential allies, and create coalitions that are based on shared values and realistic assessment of political strength rather than last-minute panic. For Nigerian voters, this development raises important questions about what kind of political coalitions we want to see heading into 2027. Should experienced politicians like Kwankwaso team up with newer forces in Nigerian politics? Should regional power bases be combined to create truly national movements? And most importantly, are we ready to support politicians who demonstrate flexibility and willingness to work with others, or do we still prefer the strongman approach, where one individual insists on being number one regardless of strategic considerations? These are conversations worth having as we watch the political landscape continue to evolve. What do you think about Kwankwaso's announcement? Would you support a coalition that includes the NNPP, and who would you like to see as his potential partner heading into 2027? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's get this conversation going. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more political updates as Nigeria's election season heats up.